What up? It's your boy King Dow 225, and in this edition of Red Pill Review, bro, I've had this discussion so many times with females. Sometimes it's in y'all best interest to shut up. Keep your mouth shut sometimes. But when you tell a woman that, oh, it's just like it emboldens them to talk even more. They get aggravated, frustrated, mad, and just, your feelings and talk. Every young man have been taught, sometimes you gotta be quiet, son. Sometimes you gotta shut up. Sometimes you gotta follow instructions and directions and do what you told. In this edition of Modern Women Speaks, I guess. Court cam judge keeps raising sentence for defendant who argues with him. That's 300 days. A furious U.S. judge increased the defendant's contempt of court sentence 7 times as she argued with him during the video arraignment. The defendant, Ebony Burks, initially committed contempt of court after refusing to comply with a non-contact order preventing her from returning to the home she shares with her grandfather, who she is accused of attacking. That saw Judge Gary Bennett grant Burke nearly 300 days in jail. She only served 88. Let's get to the video. Remember, she attacked her grandfather, so already we dealing with a female with masculine behavior, attacking men.
Get back!
Next, we go to a bond hearing in Elyria, Ohio. Appearing remotely is the defendant, Ebony Burks. She's charged with misdemeanor assault and domestic violence against her grandfather, Shedrick McRae, and his companion. At the bench is Judge Gary Bennett.
Good morning, Miss Burks.
Good morning.
After reading the
And
charge,
it's weird how she patting her hair. Worried about how she look in jail.
the judge asked Burks how she'd like to plead.
You have 3 pleas available to you today. Guilty, not guilty, and no contest. What plea would you enter?
I'm not guilty.
So far, so good. The judge sets bond for the 2 charges at $15,000. His only condition is that Burks not be in contact with the victims, which could be difficult since she shares a home with McRae.
No contact means you can't call him, you can't write him, you can't text him, you can't email him, can't leave a message on some social media, you can't go visit him. If you go someplace, even though you may have arrived first and one of them shows up, you have to leave.
So you gonna tell me I can't go home?
I'm telling you, you can't go home. If you live with Mr. McRae, you cannot return to that residence.
Oh, but how you just gonna tell me I can't go home now?
What?
How you gonna tell me I can't go to my home?
I just did.
Typically, right about now, a lawyer or even a judge might try to de-escalate the situation. But it's clear this is not a typical bond hearing.
How you gonna tell me I can't go to my home?
I just did.
Well, I bet I do.
Well, then you're in contempt, young lady, and you've got 30 days. So you're not going. You're not what?
Whoa.
Get back! Get back!
You just said I got 30 days. I'm not getting nothing else.
That's another 30 days. That's 60 days.
So what?
90 days.
So?
120 days.
Okay, and?
180 days.
Oh! Please, quiet. Get off me. Get your hands off me, man.
It looks like Burks may be finished.
What else you got to say?
Hold on, she's coming back.
Nothing. We'll talk in 6 months when you're ready to come back for your case.
I ain't got money.
That's 200 days. You got anything else to say, Miss Burks? That's 300 days.
Though she racked up 300 days, Burks only ended up serving 88. According to Judge Bennett, it was the longest sentence he's ever imposed for contempt of court. As for her assault and domestic violence charges, they were suspended, but she was forced to enter a substance abuse program.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Not as sorry as she's gonna be.
Thanks for being a fan of court cases.
Man, if I ain't seen a bunch of women within my community with uncontrollable tongues It's like they can't compose themselves. They got to get what they feeling out. They got to get what they want to say out. Regardless of the consequences. Man, look, I'm not really agreeing with the judge either. I always felt like that's why black people need to vote and participate in politics and run for office. Like, you could have brushed that off. You constantly giving her contempt of court, contempt of court, contempt of court, contempt of court. And yeah, she being disrespectful. But at one point, are you lowering yourself to her level? It's just easier for you to throw a black person away. But let's get back to her ratchet ass. Keep your mouth shut. You attacked your own grandfather. Ain't nobody in court gonna have no pity for nobody attacking no old person. And you can't keep your mouth shut? 300 days because you can't keep your mouth shut. Well, it's your boy King Down 225 with another reactionary video. Hit that like, subscribe, become part of the kingdom. Life lessons everywhere.